If you enjoy this video or find it informative, I would ask you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell beside it. Leave a comment and maybe hit the like button on the video. That just helps this video do a little better, helps this channel grow, and I would love it if you could become a part of the community here by getting involved on a daily basis as I upload videos every day. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. Greetings, free thinkers. Welcome to the Hoggcast. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I certainly am. Now, this is Keith Olbermann. Now, he is no better than the types of people you see on North Korean state media. Now, what do I mean by that? You're going to see when we play what he has to say from his anus of a mouth, what he's saying about Trump supporters and what he wants to do to people who have a difference of opinion than him. Now, Keith Olbermann is someone who would tell you with a completely straight face that he is a consummate professional. That's the phrase that these activists that are pretending to be journalists often use about themselves. They often gushingly refer to themselves as consummate professionals. Now, it doesn't occur to Mr. Olbermann that to wish that people who have a different political opinion than you should be rounded up and punished for crimes, quote unquote crimes, that are ill-defined and seem to only suit you. It doesn't occur to him that he has gone so far left that he's essentially fallen off a cliff. And after we've watched this, we're going to watch North Korean state TV so you can just see the correlation between the two and how Western leftism and Eastern socialism has kind of merged into one super beast. So let's get into this and wait until you hear what this man's got to say. Let's get into this. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell and share this video around. There's a little share button down there. Like button, notification bell. It's more important now than ever because unfortunately YouTube is not favouring their independent commentary channels, their independent content creators like they probably should, because it's those types of people that built this platform up, really. So I need your help, not only me but anyone who's your favourite content creators. We need your help to like and subscribe and share. Right, let's go. Okay, so let's watch a bit of this and then I will give you my thoughts on what this insane person is saying. Dangerous person, he's dangerous.
God damn it, when the policy differences are between maintaining American democracy and substituting racist one-party rule, you're goddamn right that we want to criminalize policy differences that might exist between the outgoing administration and the administration that is about to take over. We not only want that when it comes to an outgoing administration which is criminally guilty of trying to privatize the government, which is criminally negligent in the deaths of 250,000 Americans so far, and which is criminally liable for the current attempted coup. We also want as many members as possible of this corrupt, immoral, anti-democratic outgoing administration indicted, arrested, tried, and imprisoned. We want enough of them in there that they can hold reunions and birthday parties. We want the prison so filled with Trumps and Trump flunkies and Trump apologists and Trump enablers that we have to convert Trump buildings into new goddamned Trump prisons.
What a monster. What a monster. Absolute monster. Now, there's a couple of very good points I want to make. So let's go over those. Let's go back, watch what he said, and I want to make my points. Truly.
Damn it. When the policy differences are between maintaining American democracy and substituting racist one-party rule, you're goddamn right that we want to criminalize policy differences that...
So he wants to criminalize policy differences, and not only that, he's talking about one-party rule. Well, it's funny that because he is sitting in New York and he lacks the self-awareness to understand that the city that he lives in, that he's probably lived in his whole life, is one party rule. And right now, and that's Democrat, but he doesn't have any problem with that. Right now, as he's saying that, his party, the people he voted for, the Democrats, one party rule in New York, as you've seen from my two recent New York videos, They are spying on people through the window, largely from the Jewish community, to see if they're wearing masks, to see if they've got multiple households present, especially during the coming up holiday seasons. And he lacks the self-awareness to understand that he's just projecting what his own party is doing onto the Republicans.
That might exist between the outgoing administration and the administration that is about to take over. We not only want that when it comes to an outgoing administration which is criminally guilty of trying to privatize the government, which is criminally negligent in the deaths of 250,000 Americans so far.
About that. So, the overwhelming majority of those who passed away from Rona are in Democrat cities. They're in big urban centres. The person you voted for, I should imagine, Cuomo and de Blasio, or someone else you voted for, I should imagine you voted down the ticket blue, down the ticket Democrat, and then you sit there and lament the fact that you oppose, apparently, one-party rule. They put people who were ill, they knew they were ill with Rona, into care homes where there were elderly people. Why would you do that? Why, for what sane reason would you do that? Because to me, it looks like you were doing that for one reason only, to add to the death count. Why would you want to do that? Because you want to spite Trump. And we know that people like you will stop at nothing to spite Trump, because other people to you are just like pawns on a board. If you want to knock this pawn over, if you want to sacrifice this pawn to get at the orange man, you'll do it.
And which is criminally liable for the current attempted coup. We also want as many members as...
So now he's mentioned an attempted coup. The irony is palpable. The irony makes my ears bleed. We have seen, despite what him and his mainstream media buddies have tried to hide, we have seen the poll watchers being denied entry. I personally saw a list of... it was a list of poll watchers being denied entry in Philadelphia, and they were all Republican. It had their names, it had the official Republican poll watcher, and they were all denied entry. Also, we've seen windows being boarded up so people can't watch what's going on. We've seen these glitches from these machines. You know the ones, these infernal machines who have servers in other countries. Quite why we would allow that, I just don't know. But we've seen these glitches, and these glitches that only benefit Biden, Joe Biden. And on top of that, we've seen these memory cards that have been found that did benefit Donald Trump, but of course they've been ditched. We found these memory cards that were thrown away that benefited Donald Trump. You notice that none of the memory cards that had collated votes that were more for Biden than Donald Trump had gotten thrown away. So now we have this guy here who's trying to tell you with a straight face, whilst he is trying to steal from you, he is accusing you of stealing from him. With a straight face, he tells you that. That's Olbermann.
As possible of this corrupt, immoral, anti-democratic outgoing administration indicted, arrested, tried, and imprisoned. We want enough of them in there that they can hold reunions and birthday parties.
So he wants us, all the people who voted for Trump, Donald Trump himself, of course, his family, and most worryingly, I saw on Twitter last night, they want to round up the Trump youngsters, the Barron and the children of Donald J. Trump's children. Why would you do that? And if you did do that, what makes you think you're on the right side of history? Truly, you haven't stopped to question yourself, Olbermann. You and your hive mind buddies, who all think the same. And you honestly think you have any journalistic integrity? This guy would sit there, Olbermann would sit there and tell you to your face that he is a consummate professional, that he has journalistic integrity. No, he does not. They want to round you up because you dared to vote for someone that they told you not to vote for, because the establishment and the mainstream media think you're peasants.
We want the prisons so filled with Trumps and Trump flunkies and Trump apologists and Trump enablers that we have to convert Trump buildings into new goddamned Trump prisons.
Concentration camp for people who vote for Donald Trump, essentially. That's what he means. And that is a journalist. That's a journalist. And now let's take a look at North Korean state media. And you tell me that there's any difference between Olbermann and Mrs. God knows what her name is, Miss Kim Jong-il, individual number, barcode number 6758, inmate number AD7922. Because that's all they really are in North Korea. They're inmates, but they don't know it. And that, I think that's the blueprint for the West.
우리 당과 국가군대 최고령도자 김정은 동지께서 미 합중국 대통령과의 역사적인 첫 상봉과 회담을 위하여 평양을 출발하셨습니다. 경의하는 최고령도자 동지와 도널드 J. 트럼프 미 합중국 대통령 사이의 역사적인 첫 상봉과 회담이 6월 12일 오전 싱가포르 공화국에서 진행되게 됩니다.
Tell me that sounds any different than what Olbermann was blathering on about. It doesn't, does it? In case you didn't notice by the subtitles at the bottom, she was talking about the... I mean, this clip's quite old. I was just doing it for reference to show you about Olbermann. But it was about the iconic meeting between Donald J. Trump and the beloved leader of North Korea, which, by the way, was one of Donald Trump's career highlights. As an aside, it sent shivers down my spine to see Donald Trump walking on his own across the DMZ into North Korea. You'll never see Joe Biden doing that, ever. Donald Trump is the only president in the last 25 years who did not start, encourage, or engage a large conflict, overseas conflict. Yet we're told that he needs to be rounded up. That Donald Trump and his family, and worst of all, the Trump youngsters, need to be rounded up, and his voters, we need to convert Trump Tower into what Olbermann refers to as a Trump prison, but you could insert the phrase concentration camp. That's essentially what it would be for people like us. The Olbermanns of the world wouldn't want people like me to even have a voice. He would take my tongue if he could. These are your consummate professionals. These are your journalists of the West. There is a sickness that has inhabited Western countries. It's spread, and I'm not talking about Rona. I'm talking about something that affects the minds, not the lungs. And that is socialism, this false dream that just it promises everything. It can't deliver what it promises. You'll get your equality, but you'll get an equal share of nothing. You'll get an equal share of misery, an equal share of hunger, an equal share of famine and war and fire. That's what socialism brings. That's what the Olbermanns of the world bring. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video around social media, retweet it, etc. And it takes a little, just a moment, and it really helps not only grow this community here that I want you to be part of, and let me know what you think about Olbermann in his latest comments in the comment section below. But it also helps me stay competitive with the likes of CNN and MSNBC and the Olbermanns of the world, who, if he has his way, he will be the only person you can get your news from. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. If you enjoyed that video, if I could ask you please to subscribe to the channel, hit that little subscribe bar down below, hit the notification bell beside it, and put it on notifications to all notifications. That will just notify you when I upload. I upload videos almost every day. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you tomorrow.